A strange man wakes me in the middle of the night. I'm 9 years old at a sleepover at my friend's new home. "Come with me," he commands. I follow him into the next room. A little boy is in there hiding. The man pulls out a gun and he shoots. He then turns the gun on himself, and I'm screaming. My friend's mom comes running, but she doesn't see the bodies. I point to them, but instead of comforting me, she calls my parents to come pick me up. I don't understand. Why is no one calling the police? In the car on the way home, my parents look at me and say, "Jessica, this has got to stop." I see things that no one else sees. I know things about people that they've never told anyone. And even though old newspapers would confirm what I saw that night happened, but the date, 20 years before, I feel so alone and confused. No one understands me. My teacher is reading a passage from the Bible. "We were all born sinners," she says. Well, I raise my 11-year-old hand. "But sister, Jesus is sitting right there, and he tells me that's not true." I'm sent to the dean again. "Jessica, this has got to stop." My teachers want my parents to put me on Ritalin, but I've seen other kids on this, and it terrifies me. So I decide to become someone palatable, someone acceptable, someone who would fit in. And little by little, I disappear. I would spend the next 18 years of my life consuming anything and everything that would make me anyone but myself. And it worked for everyone but me. My hands are shaking. I'm trying to write out every last word before the pills and alcohol kick in. The pain, the memories, the trauma that's flooding back to me, it's all too much. I don't want to be here anymore. My consciousness is drifting in and out of my body. This is it. As a golden ball of light starts to fill the room before me, and a being emerges. She spreads her wings wide, and a love I've never felt in 21 years washes through me. She looks at me and says, "Your life has great meaning. This will all make sense soon. Just hold on." And just as fast as she appeared, she was gone. I pick up the phone and I call my friends, and for the first time in my life, I say 3 words: "I need help." My friends rush over and help me purge my body. My girlfriend says, "Let me call my mom. She'll understand. She can help." I'm open to try anything at this point. I sit on the phone with her for hours. "You've got to get your mind right," she says. "When you find meaning, everything is going to make sense. But first, meditate, go to yoga." And so that is what I did. For the next 5 years, I practiced every single day: meditation, yoga, and prayer. And I begin to hear this inner voice telling me that there's more to life than this. And I become determined to find out. The rain is pouring down on me from the giant redwoods towering over me. I'm exhausted. I've taken the wrong path, and there's 6 more miles left to hike. I haven't eaten in close to 40 days. I'm on my 5th vision quest, fasting alone in the forest. I've donated everything I own, and I live in my car now. I spend my days in meditation. I notice a storm cloud is starting to roll through, and I feel the edge of anxiety building in my body when I notice a tree. I open myself to it, and when I do, I start to speak. Only my voice is not my own. A forest gnome named Paul is speaking through me. He leads me off the trail, straight through the dense center of the forest. 6 miles becomes 2, and I make it back to my car just as the storm rolls in, and I collapse. As I'm realizing a forest gnome may have just saved my life, I start to wonder, if this is possible, what else is? That question becomes my calling, and it takes me around the world, from the depths of the forest to temples of the East. I sit with wisdom keepers from every walk of life. My journey brings me to Mount Shasta. I'm 29 now. I'm here for the template ceremonies. We're in a divine moment of reconnection. I hear 3 words. I am Ahaumna. And for the next year, I would come to learn that she was the celestial being that appeared on my deathbed. And she had been guiding me since that night, preparing me for what was to come. The sun is setting at Rainbow Falls. I'm 30 now. Once again, deep in the forest, in a trance. My friend sits beside me, witnessing, as pillars of light start to form all around us and hundreds of spirits start to gather. My body starts to shake and move and open as light and sound is pouring through me. Ilaka ashe aki yawa. Something sacred is being born. As Ahaumna walks into this body, I feel our DNA combine, and I become her. My life begins to rapidly accelerate from this moment. I feel more connected to the spiritual realm than ever before, but my physical body can't seem to keep up. And in a moment of intensity, I lose my eyesight and go legally blind. Shutting down my vision and losing my eyesight was what forced me to trust the unique vision I was born with. I used to think that I shut down my abilities because this world couldn't hold me. But the truth? It never had anything to do with anyone outside of myself. Turns out, it was all me. I didn't have the capacity yet to hold who I am, but capacity can be built. And that is when I started focusing on the path of incarnation, on becoming fully alive. I practiced meridian magic daily. I sought out leading experts in neuroscience and trained my brain to see in multiple dimensions at a time. I ran biospiritual activations to sculpt a body that could hold velocity without collapse. And little by little, what was once too much became an extraordinary power. Humanity has become so focused on what we physically see that we've forgotten there's a vast world beyond it. Science says that the brain takes in 10 billion bits of data every single second, but consciousness is aware of only 10 bits. That's 1/1,000,000th of 1% of what's actually here. The brain filters out almost everything and keeps what it's been trained to accept. But you don't have to keep accepting only 10 bits of data. There's a vast world before you, and you can train your brain to see it. And now that I see again, I know some things that most people never realize. We live in a supernatural world, and we are celestial beings, both human and divine. I used to think that spirituality meant transcending the body, but humanity is not a problem to solve. It is a gift meant to be realized. I am here to allow the holy to exist within me. I am here to be the reminder that being fully human is the bridge back to our celestial nature. I am here to be a living, breathing star. Thank you all. Take it all in. Thanks, everyone.